Hey everyone, it's Jake from Guzzler Reviews, and we're at the 2022 DC Auto Show. Check out some of the hottest vehicles at the show, and this is one of them, the 2022 Lexus NX. All right guys, we're gonna take a quick look and jump on in this quick walk around review. Let's get into it. Now let's take a look at the front of the vehicle. You have your big Lexus spindle grille, but what really caught my attention here was the lights. You have these stunning LED daytime running lights. This vehicle also has the optional triple LED headlights in here that are cornering. So I'm assuming that means they're gonna swivel as you turn, but something I really wanna see is what that looks like in this vehicle. So I'm really hoping to get to drive this vehicle this year. This is one of my top lookouts in the SUV segment for this year. Let's take a look at the side. Let's take a look at the side of the vehicle. First of all, something that really caught my eye, these 20-inch F-Sport wheels. We have 20-inch wheels on hybrids now. It sure is much different back when the Prius came out in the kind of early 2000s, and when that was just getting started and starting the hybrid craze. You know, hybrids were not looking like this back in their early days. Your mirror right here actually has a lot going on. You have your blind spot monitor, but this vehicle doesn't just have blind spot monitoring in the rear and rear cross traffic alert, it also has front cross traffic alert. So if you're pulling out of a spot and a vehicle's coming and you can't quite see them because there's something to your side, this vehicle is gonna let you know. That's a really cool feature from Lexus. In addition, another neat feature is your door handles right here. Now, they're not actually door handles, these are buttons. Lincoln kind of started this trend as far as I know, but there's actually just a button here that you push to open the vehicle, and on the inside there's not a traditional door handle, it's more of just kind of actually a button really that you're using, and it's an electronic release on the door instead of a physical one. So kind of a neat little feature there. Looking at the rear of the vehicle here, you can see Lexus is now spelling out the brand name across the rear, and you have a really powerful light bar. You can get a digital rear view mirror on this vehicle, which is going to use a camera right here to look out the back and stream that video directly to your mirror. So if you have anything blocking your view right here, you will be okay. Opening the rear right here, you're going to find 22.7 cubic feet of cargo space. Put down those seats right there and you're going to find around 46.9 cubic feet of space. They also put a nice little cargo mat protector in here. These seats can be put down with a little lever that's pretty easily accessible from the rear. If you're liking the video, be sure to like and subscribe to Gas Guzzlers for more weekly automotive content. Let's get back into it. This has Lexus Safety System Plus 3.0. That's going to give you a lot of standard features like dynamic radar cruise control and lane trace assist, but it also has two really interesting features. One of them is risk avoidance auto emergency steering, where if there's some collision coming up, the vehicle can look around and help the driver kind of maneuver around it. Another feature that this vehicle has is the dynamic radar cruise control has navigation input and speed control on curves, which is really cool. So a lot of vehicles will just kind of start speeding up if there's nothing in front of you and you have your dynamic radar cruise control. Even if you're on a turn, this vehicle is smart enough to know to manage its speed when it's on turn. It also has intersection navigation assistance. So if you're going to make a left turn and it sees an oncoming vehicle, it will help you avoid that vehicle. That intersection assistance is appearing on a lot of Toyotas and Lexuses, and that is a really cool product. Also, is it Lexuses or Lexi? You guys have to let me know in the comments below. How do you refer to multiple Lexus? This particular NX is a plug-in hybrid. It has two electric motors, and those motors are powered by a battery, which has about 36 miles of range in it. Now, if you look at the charger, it's right here on the right side, and you can get a standard charger, which will take about 4.5 hours to charge the vehicle, or you can upgrade the charger, and that upgraded charger will take about 2.5 hours to charge the vehicle if you have a compatible level 2 charger. The gasoline motor here is a 2.5 liter inline 4. Combined with the electric motors, it's putting out around 239 horsepower, and you can expect around 36 miles to a gallon combined on this vehicle. Now you join me on the interior of the NX. This is a much nicer interior than previous Lexuses. Again, you guys gotta let me know which one is the right one. The leather in here feels really nice. Lexus has really incredible build quality. I'm just glad you don't have the plastic waterfall that they had in some of their older vehicles. The orange kind of contrast stitching is in here that is really nice. I really can't wait to do a full review of this vehicle. I hope we get one this year, fingers crossed. All right, let me take you through this much improved infotainment system. It is absolutely massive. I believe it's about 14 inches, and something that might be a little controversial, Lexus says that this vehicle, the voice assistant, is the primary way you will be interacting with this. Usually automotive first-party voice assistants are kind of sucky, to be honest with you. So I can't think of any time that one's really worked well for me. So I'm interested to get this on the road sometime soon and see how it performs. You can see that you have really big buttons for all of your immediate necessary controls. I usually prefer to have this stuff physical, especially heated and cooled seats, because you get in your car in the winter, it's cold, and it takes a second for the screen to boot up. So that's just something I'll be interested to see how quick this starts up. But if we click around, you can see it's pretty quick. We'll have a full review of this system in a Lexus vehicle, hopefully sometime this year. Let's see, you could set up your charging schedule. So a lot of people like to do this to set up the vehicle to charge at times when it's cheap. Let's see what other systems are in here. All-wheel drive. You all are going through this with me at the same time as I'm going through it for the first time. So you can see where power is being sent, and same with energy flow. You can see if you're charging your battery, how full your battery is, and what's happening with the engine of the vehicle. Your digital gauge cluster here looks really good. I really like that center digital display. It's going to show you if you're using your battery, charging your battery, or if you're using the gasoline engine. Then on the left, you can see that we have kind of a traditional monitor that looks like it's been pulled out of a normal Lexus or Toyota, maybe an old version, and kind of stuck to the side here. It does have cool features like a G-force meter in here. So here's your energy monitor, like we saw in that center display. There's your kind of G-force meter, which is super cool. And this looks to be like maybe a customizable screen or a calm screen. And you have your fuel economy and normal trip information here. You can also pull up features like compass, music, and your guidance. Now the rear seat of this vehicle is fine, but it does feel a little dark back here with those really thick pillars right behind me. In addition, this is kind of a small sunroof. I'd like to see maybe a full glass roof. This vehicle is pushing over $50,000. I believe sticker comes out on this particular version to just over like 52. You do have air vents back here. You do have charging points. I believe they're USB-C. Yes, you have two USB-C chargers back here and a cigarette outlet as well. So you do have charging back here, but it could be a little cramped for kids maybe. This seat's a little further back than I normally would drive, but you know, it's a little dark back here. You don't have maybe the larger sunroof that makes it feel a little bit smaller. You might want to consider upgrading to the larger RX, the brother of this vehicle, if you have children. So everyone, that's it for this Lexus NX450h Plus first kind of look and walk around. Let me know, what did I miss? What would you like to see in a future video that's maybe a little more in-depth? And if you're from Lexus, we'd love to work with you to make it a more in-depth video on this vehicle. Guys, thank you so much for watching. Stay safe out there, and be sure to like and subscribe to Gas Guzzlers.